We don't live, in the days where you pick up a real estate magazine at a restaurant. We live in a digital world, and honestly, my website is one of the biggest driving forces behind my business. One of the biggest listings that I've ever gotten was from a complete stranger that came to me through AndreaCurran.com. And when they come to AndreaCurran.com, they need to know who I am. They need to know what I'm about. They need to know what their listing would look like or what it would be like to work with me. And over the years, and it happened really quickly, Blok, you guys knew who I was in my voice and have been aligned with my brand, even through a brand restructure. I've not had to put a lot of effort in being understood. Blok has known who I was and understood what I wanted to put out in the world from the jump. And when I change and ebb and flow, whatever I need, Blok has been responsive to that. When I email, when I call, it is immediate, and it's always what I want. It is always spot on. And in a digital world, Blok has put me exactly where I need to be, in front of who I want to be to, and it's not a matter of me chasing the market. Blok has helped me draw the right people to me and my team, and it's really honestly probably the best tool that I have. Yeah, I can't be poached. It's like I tell people about Compass, I'm unrecruitable. And when people want to do my website, I am unrecruitable. It's a big joke. I've been doing this for 20 years. People like to say that kind of thing. This is a fluid business. It's not the same business it was last year. It's not the same business it was 5 years ago. And when we realize that we want to change and grow and communicate that, Blok has always been responsive to that, and not just been there to serve me, but to collaborate with me when I'm trying to figure out what I might want to do, say with pixel tracking or retargeting or anything that we're just trying to learn about. You guys have been hand in hand with me, and sometimes had to hold both my hands, and that's not gone unnoticed. It's, we can't stay the same year to year, and you guys have been responsive and also fast in helping us keep up with the market. And really, that's not the only time people have come to me through AndreaCurran.com. And I don't do anything special to boost the site. I don't do anything out of the ordinary to boost the site. It's when people get to the site and they can see who we are and what we're about that matters. But ranch and land is absolutely the heart of my business. It is my favorite thing to do. And I ended up getting an email one night straight through the contact form of AndreaCurran.com for 1,425 acres in Southeast Texas. The biggest in acreage, the biggest in sales price, and the biggest challenge that I've ever taken on. And AndreaCurran.com and what y'all did for me helped draw that client to me. Yeah. I had different things. I don't remember ever having anybody do a website for me. I did it myself through GoDaddy. And it wasn't bad. It was presentable, right? But presentable is not top producer material, and presentable is not going to do the things we've talked about drawing the right people to our brand and our audience. So I don't have to think about that anymore. You guys already know who I am. I can tell you what we're looking to do, and you help me take it over the finish line. You can't, there are a lot of agents out there that don't want to spend money, and they don't want to engage, and they don't want to commit to something. And, you can get by for a minute with some kind of template off of an internet provider, but ultimately that's not going to bring the people that you're looking for to you. It's not going to represent you or your brand. I have several pieces of advice for agents who are choosing who they're going to work with. You're not the same as everybody else. You don't have to have what everyone else has. And also, the most expensive or the most elaborate is not always the best. I've had opportunities to spend significantly more money, and what I would have gotten in return is less than what I get from Blok. Blok is an incredible value, and I don't believe that any other company could match that. Like, I can look at my website, and I feel like if I were a stranger looking at my website, I would be able to see who Andrea Curran is and what it would be like to work with Andrea Curran Team. And most people can't say that about their site. I think it's a real benefit.